to keep expanding this America we're living in, and those of us who know it can't work and it's not right, and we want to go back to a freedom-loving America. Now, I will tell you, having worked in DC for 1.5 years, most of them are all good people, the Democrats that I work with. Most of them truly don't care about all this debt. They really don't. I don't think Obama does. Some of them genuinely believe that if we have a really big government to take care of all these things, we will be better off as a society. That's genuinely what they believe. I vehemently disagree, but I don't question their beliefs. I do believe that, and don't fight me on this, go easy on me.
Will you let me respond?
Yeah, politely.
Okay.
Virtually everybody in Washington wants what's best for this country. There may be some exceptions. I would just tell you that the one side, the Democratic side, is just woefully misinformed, and as well-intentioned as they may be, they're taking us down a road that this country will never recover from.
They've been in there for 40 years. They ruled this country. For 40 years, they got their way for everything that they wanted for 40 years. Obamacare was their biggest glory, but the only thing they wanted was public option. And
they wanted more than Obamacare.
Oh yeah, they sure did. And when they say that Wisconsin, that it wasn't the people that put it was the money. How about when they rammed down that Obamacare down people's throat? They didn't want it. Majority of the country didn't want it. They still put it in because they thought that they were right, that they know better. I'd like to punch them all out.
I wish
I could go on the news and tell them just exactly how I feel.
I wish she was a little fired up. Hey, understand something though? Again, put your political hat on.
You got to kick them all out. Just kick them all out.
Absolutely.
Well, I agree with that.
Term limits.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And Madigan, he's been in there for 40 years. He ruled Chicago.
Mike Madigan is ruining the state. He's
Yes,
entitled.
he's the one who runs the state.
But understand something, guys. You got to be smart about this.
You got to do it the right way.
Yeah, you've got 35 to 40% of the population that disagrees with everything you just said,
I know.
and they're going to vote for Obama no matter what.
No kidding.
You got 35 to 40% that's going to vote for Romney no matter what. Most elections you fight over that 15 to 20 in the middle. And I would argue that if you walk around saying communist, socialist,
Oh yeah.
hold
I
on,
like that.
I know,
you're going
it
to lose
sounds
people in the middle.
wacko.
If you want to get people in the middle, then here's what you tell them. I know you want what's best for this country, but if we don't repeal Obamacare, there won't be family physicians in this country in 8 years.
Right.
Everybody, if we don't repeal Obamacare, by the way, we go on and on about how terrible the pension crisis is in Illinois, worst in the country. The biggest, fastest growing piece of our state budget is what? Medicaid. Medicaid. And if we don't repeal Obamacare, our Medicaid rolls in Illinois will triple within a couple years. You think the state is wobbly right now? Kerplunk. That's how you talk to people.
But are you going to let me give you you are going to let me give you the response because you said so. Now, there was a town hall meeting and you had, I think it was in Elgin.
This is the first town hall meeting I've ever had.
I know, it's the first one I've ever been to. So I don't know.
Go ahead.
Anyway, this woman, which I hadn't heard about, was talking about all these bullets, that billions and billions of bullets that had been ordered by some
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, okay? Now, shortly following that, I'm reading on the internet that Obama wants to put through this thing with the other nations where where all the private citizens are disarmed. Now, then I go and this is working in my mind because why? Again, another why. Well, it's pretty obvious. I don't have a gun in the military. And then in the Sharia law thing, I saw Obama actually saying he wants to have as strong a national army as an international military.
Let me stop you, let me stop you, let me stop you, let me stop you.
What is all this?
Let me stop you.
Communism.
Yes.
Let me stop you. Shush you two, or I'm going to kick you out of here. I introduced a bill last year called the Second Amendment Protection Act, which said if the United States signs itself on to any international arms treaty, that we would immediately defund the United Nations.
But it didn't go anywhere.
Well, no, right, we got a number of co-sponsors in the House, but the United Nations is working on an international arms agreement. We have not seen the first draft of this yet, but suffice to say, it's something we got to keep our eyes on. Look, I'm going to close this by saying this. I thought when he got elected, Obama didn't want to be president of the United States. He wanted to be president of the world. I don't think he's the first president I've ever known who does not believe in the exceptionalism of America. That this is the good, this is the most good, the most righteous, the most loving, the most exceptional country that's ever existed on this planet. And even today, we still have a unique place in this world. Do you remember when Obama was asked about American exceptionalism early in his term? Remember what he said? He was asked directly, do you believe in American exceptionalism? That's hard to say 20 times. Do you believe in American exceptionalism? His answer was, yes. Just like I believe in French exceptionalism,
Right.
and British exceptionalism, and Spanish exceptionalism. So no, it goes back to what I said at the beginning. He doesn't understand this country. Now,
Right.
if you would like to beat him in 5.5 months, my advice is
Don't say communism.
no. Yeah.
It is.
If you would like to beat him in 5.5 months, this is all you should say. Americans aren't working, this economy's not growing, and we have a debt our kids will never forgive us for. And he, hold on, let me finish.
Exactly what you said about him coming here. I was listening to exactly what you said. He doesn't understand what's going on.
He has made everything worse. It's a colleague of mine from Virginia put it perfectly, for all you businessmen in the audience. Describing Obama, he said, it's like you're the CEO of a company and you've got the head of one of your business units. Say President Obama's the head of one of your business units. That business unit has lost millions of money for 4 straight years and he has no plan for fixing it. What do you do as the CEO? You fire him. If you keep it focused on that, I think you'll beat him.
Okay, I'm going to write that down.
He's run a business unit of yours for 4 years. He's lost millions every year, and he has no plan to fix it. I'd fire him. Yes, sir.
I just read that there has been a sale.
You two need to quit reading things.
That's right. About 6 different small arms manufacturers that have been purchased by a company. This company is a shadow company owned by George Soros. I've also seen that we passed laws to make it easier to sell arms outside the country at the same time. We'll talk about cronyism. How in the hell did that happen?
Just look at all the stuff that he's given out to screen.
Not good, not
screen
good.
jobs.
All I know is we had Eric Holder in front of the Judiciary Committee again this week. We have the most anti-gun administration I can ever remember that designed, developed, and carried out a government-run and paid-for program that forced American licensed arms dealers to sell weapons, thousands of weapons, to Mexican drug cartels, and then quit following those weapons. Those weapons killed hundreds and killed an American border agent, And for 2.5 years, Congress has been trying to get answers. And for 2.5 years, Eric Holder's been doing this.
What I want to ask you
And
is,
all I know
where's all these protesters that were out when George Bush was, when he had the wars? Where are they now? How come they're not that Cold Peak, that Cindy, what's her name, all that stuff? How come they're not out by him protesting the war? Oh, that's the good war. Afghanistan is
Finishing
the
on
good war.
Holder, because I was listening this week, more stuff, so he's continuing to deny, or,
not cooperate,
Not
shall we say.
cooperate. So then what?
Well, there's going to be a then what? Hopefully pretty soon.
My understanding is that Fast and Furious was designed and developed for one purpose, to blame the arms dealers, the dealers in the United States for selling guns to the drug lords, when in fact it was the DEA, I believe. Was it the DEA or who's in charge of the arms?
AFT.
ATF. Thank you. It was the ATF agents who bought the arms and then transferred them.
Yes, but
That's only half the story.
but under direction of DOJ, under direction of justice.
Actually, I think it was
Right,
Hillary
right,
Clinton.
and that
Hillary
was-
said the
so-
drugs are coming north and the guns are going south. Hillary said that, and then all of a sudden they have to prove it.
And guys, I'm telling you, we're sitting here at a town hall in Addison trying to answer these things. I can tell you that even in Congress, we may know a little bit more, but we still aren't getting the answers. The bottom line is, this was a tragic, deadly mistake your government made, and the people that made it aren't providing the answers. And I don't care whether you're a Democrat or Republican, that should bother you. If this were George Bush's president and this were his head of justice, the media would be clamoring all over this story.
Yes.
But they will protect their anointed one, President Obama.
If you put it all together, all the way back since President Wilson, we have been trying to destroy the Mexican economy so they can't compete against us. So this is nothing new. This has been going back since Wilson.
Congressman, can I tell you about a die-hard Democrat? Die-hard Democrat, this is exactly the way they think. My sister Marilyn is a die-hard Democrat. She's run a business for 40 years, she's raised 4 kids. Obama has a wonderful family, and he has those 2 beautiful teenage daughters. End of story. He means well.
Is your sister happy with what he's done with the economy?
He means well, and if he can, he'll correct things.
Okay.
But it's out of his hands.
Then again,
That's a die-hard
not
Democratic
just,
view.
and I would probably love your sister, but just respectfully, she's part of that 35 to 40% that you'll never change.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
so-
Believe me, I've tried to change her.
Yeah, just not going to happen.
Well, it's getting late, right?
Hey, she's just calling the shots. Okay. Any other thoughts, issues, or questions,
You look
folks?
like you're ready to go to sleep. It's us.
Would you cut it out, Barbie? Don't ever invite her back. Yeah.
Where are you on social issues this election, Joe? Were you
Oh gosh.
lower in priority or?
Here's my answer. I made a pledge that I'd try to hold more town halls than any member of Congress. I've probably held over 200 of them. I'll bet you that people have asked me about abortion, gay marriage, and guns maybe 6 times in the last 2 years.
Really?
Here's my view. Here's my view. The country's house is burning down. You wanna talk to me about abortion or gay marriage? That's by the way. No, this election's about the fact that we're not working, our economy's not growing, and we're broke. Fix it. So it's fun to watch what Obama is doing. Right?
To change everything. So,
Right?
Yeah.
This election's about jobs, the economy, and debt. What's the president doing?
Absolutely.
He's throwing gay marriage out there. He's throwing contraception out there. He's throwing war on women out there. That's really great because he's throwing all these things out here because he doesn't want to talk about jobs, the economy, and debt. So yes, to my way of thinking, our country is burning down right now. We'd better put this fire out. And that's all about putting Americans to work, getting this economy growing again, and doing something about that debt, which is just going to destroy future generations.
I want to make one last comment.
You've reserved the last comment for you?
No,
Did you make that decision
One last
unilaterally?
comment for me.
Oh, thank God. What?
Okay,